What if I told you there was a straightforward, easy way to deploy your UseSaasKit application that didn't cost you a fortune? That you could just click a button and your app would be live globally around the world and you wouldn't have to pay a dime. Well, that's what I'm going to show you today. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to deploy on top of sherpa.sh. This tutorial assumes that you've already created a free account at sherpa.sh and that you are currently on this page in the dashboard. All right, let's get started. First thing you're going to need to do is connect your GitHub account. When you click the GitHub button, it'll take you to the OAuth screen for GitHub. So what you want to do is select the account with the repo that you want to import. Next, you'll see the organizations that you own. You want to connect to the organization that has your repo. And then you can decide if you want to grant access to all repositories or only a select few. I'm just going to do all to keep things simple. Install and authorize. And now we're back to the repository select screen where we can search for your UseSaasKit project. Mine's named the same as the original repo. Then you just click import. We'll auto detect that's the Next.js UseSaasKit project. And now you can configure the application. Configuration is going to be quick and simple. First, you're going to select the URL that you're going to deploy on. We're just going to go with UseSaasKit.sherpa.software. This is where you'll get a free SSL certificate as well as have your application deployed. You can change that to a custom domain later in the Domains tab. Build settings, you can leave these exactly how they are. We detected it was Next.js. Root directory, leave blank. Environment variables, you want to get from the UseSaasKit documentation here. So you're going to want to fill all these out based on what your values are in Stripe, Google, GitHub, etc. There's documentation here in UseSaasKit. It's very, very well done. Just follow the instructions and you should have your environment variables ready in a couple minutes. Once you do have them ready, you want to come over here and click paste.env file. And here you could paste your env file. What I'm going to do is just copy over the environment variables that I had, and I'm going to make sure that next public site base URL is set to that URL from earlier, UseSaasKit.sherpa.software. Click submit. You see all the environment variables are populated. You can choose a region for where you want this to deploy. I'm currently in Paris, so I'm going to pick EU Central to keep my latency down. And now all you have to do is click Save and Deploy. Now your application is getting built and will be deployed onto the sherpa.sh global infrastructure in a few minutes. You can see it's installing your dependencies, and when it's done with that, it starts the build of the Next.js project. Once your build is complete, we then build a Docker container that will horizontally scale for all the requests that you get, and we're going to ship that to our managed Kubernetes instance in Europe right now. In addition to that, we're going to take all the static assets that are inside of your UseSaasKit project and ship them to 200 plus locations all around the world on our global CDN. Now your project's done building and you can go view it live. There it is. You're good to go. Thanks for trying out Sherpa.sh. And if you need anything, join our Discord, which is linked at the bottom of our site in the portal. You can't see it because it's behind my head. But join us there, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have or add any additional features or frameworks that you need support of. We're here to be your partner, and we're here to help you succeed. Don't be a stranger. Thank you for using Sherpa.sh.